Cassie'S Rockabyebaby, released in 2013, marked a shift to a darker, edgier sound that reflected a different side of her personality and personal growth. The concept of the mixtape drew inspiration from gritty street narratives and cinematic vibes diverging from her earlier pop-oriented work. The project embraces both hip-hop and R&B, and features collaborations with a number of artists who helped to execute Cassie's narrative on the mixtape. It's celebrated for its dark, raw tone and showcases Cassie's independence and artistry. In this video, we'll take a look at how Cassie used various visual and sonic elements to create what is arguably her best work to date. If you enjoy hearing stories about eras gone by, hit the subscribe button to be notified when I next upload. Now, back to the video. In 2012, whilst Cassie was working on her sophomore album, she began to create another project that grew organically. In an effort to prove herself in the industry, the project was aimed to showcase another side of the singer. Cassie and Diddy collaborated on the concept, drawing inspiration from a character from the 1991 movie New Jack City. Keisha from the movie embodies a bold, no-nonsense attitude. Cassie explained that Rockabyebaby reflects a tougher, more unapologetic side of her personality that hadn't been showcased before, with Keisha's fearless role as a key influence for this darker, street-oriented sound.
Now, we talked about it briefly. Rockabyebaby.
Yes.
Dropping this Thursday, your mixtape.
Yes.
All right. I hear it's a nod to New Jack City. So for those kids that may not know.
A little bit of a nod. Rockabyebaby, Keisha and Rockabyebaby was the one that delivered the Rockabyebaby line. And she was really the first black female to have a boss job in a movie, I feel, personally. So it was inspired by her. It's not so much a take from New Jack City. It's more about Keisha and girl power.
Bossing up, bossing up.
I like that.
So now we're going a little more urban with Rockabyebaby.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, Rockabyebaby I started working on like 9-10 months ago, and I started with the Numb record with Rick Ross.
Yeah.
And just started to really build a vibe. Our mixtape idea happened 2-3 years ago, or maybe even longer than that, but didn't ultimately decide to do it until last year, and kind of came together. Being out here, I think it's, you imagine what LA is going to be like. You imagine the palm trees and the beach, and then it can be something else. So Paradise was kind of a play off of the fact that Paradise was a play on words, and we're in South Central, and we're chilling, and we're drinking on the stoop and hanging out. So it's just relaxed, laid back. I want people to catch a vibe with this mixtape.
The mixtape featured a range of talented producers and writers who helped shape its tone. Mike Will Made It, who was then rising in popularity, contributed his signature bass-heavy beats, while Young Chop infused the tracks with his distinct Chicago drill sound. Additionally, producer Rob Holiday added elements of modern R&B and hip-hop, giving the mixtape a polished yet raw feel. These rising talents helped bring a unique contemporary sound that aligned with Cassie's vision for a darker, grittier project. Featured artists like French Montana, Rick Ross, Esther Dean, Meek Mill, and Wiz Khalifa also contributed, adding depth and authenticity to the project's street-oriented sound.
You got a lot for a mixtape. You got a lot of amazing features. You got like Pusha T, you got French Montana, Wiz, Ricky Rose.
Yeah.
I mean,
Too Short.
Damn.
I got my Too Short on for the LA, or for the
Cali,
Cali swag. But there's so many features. I mean, I had favors with people like Wiz because we shot a video together in the past, and but everybody's just been so supportive of me for such a long time. I think that's really why it worked.
Let's talk about some of these features on the mixtape. So hold on, I gotta pull out the list. You got Pusha T,
You
French
have the
Montana, Wiz Khalifa, Rick Ross, Esther Dean, Too Short, and Meek Mill, just to name a few.
Just to name a few. Jeremiah, too.
Oh, Jeremiah,
well.
see, I can't even get them all down.
There's so many features. No, I didn't know that this was going to be a feature-heavy project, honestly.
It just kind of comes together that way.
It just kind of came together that way. It was a really, natural thing, making the records and being like, would this person sound good on this? Let's see if they want to do it.
When did you start actually working on this project?
I want to say a little less than a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because I moved out to LA last July.
Nice.
And that's kind of when I locked in and really got into it.
Now, I also saw, speaking, you moved to the West Coast, you rapped on one of the Kendrick beats. on the album.
I did.
Let's talk about what made you jump on Mad City.
So when I was up at Interscope, whenever before his album came out, they just handed it to me. They actually handed me the clean version, so that's what's in my car. So I have to supplement the words. I have to make it parental advisory on my own, but I became a huge fan of it, and that was one of my favorite records. So I just wanted to try something.
Rockabyebaby pays homage to its new Jack City-inspired concept through both its lyrics and carefully selected samples. Lyrically, Cassie adopts a no-nonsense tough persona, much like the character Keisha, with verses focused on independence, resilience, and empowerment. This attitude is woven throughout the mixtape, portraying her as assertive and unapologetic, mirroring Keisha's bold, fearless spirit in the film. The mixtape's production further brings this concept to life through its use of dark, moody samples and bass-heavy beats that echo the intensity and raw feel of 90s street cinema. The beats often use deep atmospheric sounds to evoke a sense of tension and grit. The sound design complements the lyrics, grounding Cassie's vocal delivery in a shadowy cinematic soundscape that feels both modern and nostalgic. Together, the lyrical themes and production choices mesh, showcasing a side of Cassie that's both vulnerable and unbreakable. After a 7-year hiatus, the rollout for the mixtape had to be carefully curated, utilizing elements of social media and buzz tracks to help reintroduce Cassie back into the music industry. In December 2012, a new song called End of the Line surfaced online along with its video. The hazy, quiet storm track with reverberating percussion would serve as a almost prelude to the mixtape. The song, both in its lyrical content and sound, represents a shift in her musical style, highlighting a departure from her earlier, softer pop R&B sound. The track is lyrically introspective, touching on themes of endings and personal growth, which could symbolize Cassie's journey toward artistic independence. This stylistic shift would signal to fans that a new era was emerging where she would explore a bolder, more personal sound. A month later, Cassie dropped a remix to Trinidad James's All Gold Everything, alongside Trina and Lola Monroe, called All Gold All Girls. The track helped to showcase Cassie was evolving her sound to be more brash and confident, aligning with the theme of the upcoming mixtape. In March 2013, the release date for the mixtape was announced through an Instagram post featuring her with armed men. A week later, she dropped a trailer to build excitement for the mixtape's release. The trailer showcased a dark, intense vibe. The striking visuals generated excitement and anticipation, signaling a fresh direction for the mixtape that resonated with fans looking for deeper themes and a bold sound. This strategic approach effectively built much-needed hype for the project.
Like today, you bringing us this new joint, Numb, featuring Rick Ross.
Yeah.
That we excited to see. Now, that's like family, so what was it like working with Ross on this track?
It was finally happening, and I was just like, I didn't even know that we were going to be able to get him on the record or not, and he just kept saying, Cass, I really want to do something with you, and when it came to the tape, I just thought it would be perfect, and he did it, and it's a vibe. I love this record, so I'm excited for everybody to see it.
That's what's up.
Tell us about the concept behind this one.
So this video is actually the first song that I recorded for the mixtape. Mixtape Rockabyebaby comes out Thursday.
It's a plug.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, it was the first song that I did and recorded, and it set the tone for the whole tape. So it just was one of those things. It came naturally, and we just went and shot it. Alex Nazari directed the video. Okay. It's really, really dope, and it'll speak for itself, I hope.
Numb, which was the first track released from the project, delves into themes of emotional turmoil and vulnerability, encapsulating the feeling of being overwhelmed by circumstances. Cassie's lyrics reflect a struggle to cope, with a haunting melody that complements her soft yet powerful vocal delivery. The production combines atmospheric sounds with a minimalistic approach, allowing her voice to shine and evoke deep emotion. This track exemplifies her artistic evolution, showcasing a willingness to tackle more profound subjects and revealing a layered, multifaceted persona that resonates with listeners. Ross adds a layer of gravitas and intensity to the song with his commanding vocal presence and reflective lyrics. His verses introduce themes of resilience and strength, contrasting with Cassie's emotional vulnerability. This collaboration enhances the song's depth, as Ross's perspective brings a sense of balance between vulnerability and power, further enriching the track's exploration of emotional struggles. His contribution not only complements Cassie's vocals, but also underscores the mixtape's overall theme of navigating personal challenges. The music video features dark, moody visuals that align with the song's themes. It showcases Cassie in various atmospheric settings, reflecting her vulnerability and the intensity of her lyrics. The use of shadows and dramatic lighting enhances the emotional weight, creating a stark contrast to the polished aesthetic often seen in mainstream pop videos. Rick Ross's appearance adds a dynamic element, emphasizing the themes of resilience and strength within the narrative. Numb received generally positive reviews from critics, who praised Cassie's emotional delivery and the song's introspective lyrics. Reviewers noted the effective collaboration with Rick Ross, highlighting how his verses added depth to the record. The atmospheric production was also well received, complementing the song's themes. Critics appreciated the track as a standout moment on the mixtape, showcasing Cassie's artistic growth and her ability to tackle more profound personal subjects. 2 days before the mixtape was released, Cassie premiered the video for another track called Paradise. The track's themes are a contrast to Numb, which explore themes of escapism and desire. The song features a dreamy, atmospheric production that enhances its lyrical focus on yearning for a better, more fulfilling experience.
What was it like getting in the studio with Wiz on this record?
It was honestly, it was a long time coming again, just like it was with Ross. I finally just got, to talk to him about it. He was just down. He's like, whenever you're ready to shoot the video, he's just so happy. Like, you can't, Wiz is always smiling.
Yeah.
He's always so happy. You can't go wrong with that. But it's great. And I'm just glad that we finally got to work together, like I said. This is my new video, world premiering here on DIDDY 106 in Park. This is Paradise with Wiz Khalifa.
The music video encapsulates the West Coast, showing various settings around the LA suburbs. The idyllic suburban backdrop creates a contrast between the pursuit of dreams and the everyday reality, enhancing the song's exploration of desire for a more fulfilling existence. This setting reinforces the notion of finding paradise in familiar yet aspirational environments, capturing the essence of longing for something greater while highlighting the beauty and simplicity. In April 2013, Rockabyebaby was released as a free digital download. From the first track, Paradise, it's clear that Cassie in 2013 presents a more unified artistic identity than her 2006 debut. The different aspects of her sound blend seamlessly, bringing together her pop star presence and a sultry, minimalist R&B vibe. This fusion particularly shines on tracks like Addiction, where catchy hooks and atmospheric, sensual undertones combine, showing Cassie as an artist who has evolved to offer something rich and cohesive, yet still distinctly her own. Cassie blurs the line between singer and rapper on the project, taking on a tougher persona. The opening New Jack City dialogue and cover art where she poses with a hint at an edgier image. But these elements, while striking, only touch the surface of her shift, as she leans into a grittier, street-influenced style that reflects a deeper evolution in her music. Cassie's growth since her debut has given her a stronger on-mic presence that holds its own alongside the rappers she collaborates with. She's developed a fluid, rhythmic delivery, showcasing her versatility and flow. For example, on the track Take Care of Me, Cassie's syncopated vocals glide through the trap-inflected beats so effectively that, by the time Pusha T enters, his verse feels almost secondary. Working with all the features on the project, Cassie consistently makes her presence felt throughout. Cassie's embrace of a darker mixtape, which included beats by Young Chop, adds a unique edge that sets it apart from many female-led R&B projects. Even the more R&B-leaning songs such as Numb and Sound of Love, with its gritty synth lead, carry a fierce intensity that complements Cassie's confident, swaggering presence. This sound gives the mixtape a bold, aggressive feel, mirroring Cassie's own evolution and willingness to push beyond conventional R&B boundaries. Cassie clearly stepped beyond traditional R&B with Rockabyebaby, aligning herself as much with melody-driven rappers like Drake and Future as with singers like The Weeknd. The mixtape's bold, innovative production and seamless transitions make it an immersive listen. Its consistency and experimental edge prove that Cassie is more than just a pop R&B singer, and it's clear her music demands the world's attention. Since Rockabyebaby, Cassie's releases have been sporadic but carefully curated. In 2016, she released the single Love a Loser, which showcased a laid-back R&B vibe. This track was followed by Don't Play It Safe in 2017, produced by Kate Renada, adding a cool, hypnotic sound to her catalogue. Both releases maintained her signature minimalistic, sensual style. Unreleased tracks by the singer have continued to surface online. Some of the leaks have gone on to be used for other artists or intended for Cassie's next solo project. The unreleased tracks have maintained a cult following online among fans, who see them as lost gems from her catalogue. Throughout the summer of 2019, she released multiple singles under her own label, Ventura Music, marking a new chapter in her career and allowing her to explore her artistic vision independently. The series of singles as part of her Free Fridays initiative was to serve as a teaser for her anticipated second album. This collection showcased her evolving sound and artistic independence, following her departure from Bad Boy, highlighting her versatility as she explored different themes and musical styles.
If you come a little closer, I'll whisper in your ear. It's the simple things in life. That's the way you blow my mind. Of your words, baby, hung over of your words. I picture myself with you when I'm not with you, and baby, that's all I really want to is be on you. Because I wanna learn how not to hurt, to be better. Teach me how to love.
At the time of this video, Cassie's sophomore studio album is yet to be released. However, many fans consider Rockabyebaby to be a worthy successor, as it showcases her artistic growth and a more mature sound compared to her self-titled debut. Cassie's music will be remembered fondly for its distinct blend of sultry R&B and pop, which captured a unique sound in the 2000s. Her hit singles, particularly Me and You, showcased her signature style and left a lasting impact on the genre. Additionally, her willingness to evolve and experiment with darker, more mature themes demonstrates her growth as an artist. Fans appreciate her authenticity and resilience, especially in light of her personal journey, which adds depth to her musical legacy.
I can't say that I've been respected, and there's been a big part of me that's wanted people's respect, and not on a level of listening to me speak, but just listening to the music that I make and the music that I want to play for them. I think I've gotten, shaded in a lot of situations where people just haven't given me a chance, and then I've been blessed enough to have those other chances and those second chances where, now people are listening to what I have to say. So when I do have 35 phoners, no matter how, tedious it is, repeating myself and, keeping a smile on my face, is exactly what I wanted and where I want to be. So I'm happy with it and I'm content with it because it's something that I wanted.